My name is Jackie Chan. I was born in Hong Kong.
Breathtaking kung fu, slapstick humor, and bone-breaking stunts performed without special effects. At the dawn of the 80s, Jackie Chan broke onto the big screen and fast became Asia's greatest action hero. Over the course of his 150-film career, the actor-cum-director has revolutionized the pace of action scenes and created one of modern cinema's funniest and most appealing screen personas.
It's honor, lovable, cute, nice person.
Jackie Chan has presented a friendly face of China to the world over the past 40 years and has bridged the gap between Hollywood and Asian cinema. Nevertheless, he has become a kind of double agent who has cashed in on his superstar status and thrown his lot in with the Beijing regime. This ambiguity has cast a shadow over the incredible success story of an anti-hero who has captivated the world throughout a career full of pitfalls and injuries.
I'm so thrilled and honored to be a part of this, to present you my good friend, Jackie Chan, with the honorary Oscar. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jackie Chan!
November 2016. Regarded as the world's most popular star, Hong Konger Jackie Chan receives Hollywood's highest honor. A rare achievement for a comic actor. It propelled him into the ranks of his idols, Lloyd, Buster Keaton, and Charlie Chaplin.
Academy Award. I still can't believe I'm standing here. It's a dream. Long time ago, every year when I watch Oscar with my dad, sometimes with my mom, my dad always said, "Son, you get so many movie awards in the world, when are you get one of these?" Then I just look at my dad, ha ha ha. Dad, I only make comedy action movies. Finally, this is mine.
If the clown of Asian cinema used this platform to joke about his parents, it is because he knew that this honorary Oscar was above all in recognition of his unusual and very lonely journey since early childhood. The year is 1960. The place, Hong Kong. An only child, young Jackie is just 6 years old, and his parents, servants who have fled communist China, do not know what to do with their unruly child, whom they affectionately call Pow Pow, Cannonball.
I was a very naughty boy when I was young. And I just fighting around, just keep fighting. And that time I don't know, I just like action. I just like kung fu. So this one, friend of my father introduced, I'm into the boarding school.
This boarding school was in fact a godsend for Jackie's parents, because they had the opportunity to emigrate to Australia, where better paid work awaited them. And they certainly did not want to be burdened with a child who might compromise their new start in life. And so, at a very young age, Jackie found himself abandoned at an institution that taught the art of Peking opera. A turning point in his life, recounted many years later in the movie Painted Faces.
这孩子打算签多少年啊？ 是不是跟他们一样每天耍大刀翻跟斗啊？
是啊。
那就不用做功课了。
不用。
不用做功课，我签10年。
By signing for 10 years, Jackie's parents ensured their son received a free education, but they also gave their boy to a performing arts machine, which killed the children's personalities by imposing 15 hours of rigorous training a day and extremely harsh discipline.
I was born to a poor family. I'm staying in school. I have no future. I don't know what's tomorrow. Every day I get up, I play. The teacher don't hit me today. I just work very hard every day. And my dream is I want to be at that time, I want to be a Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I want to be a good, boxer.
Fortunately, fate soon offered him a different path when a director came to the school to select a few child actors. This first experience in the movies sparked the love-starved child's imagination. Because no one mistreated him on set, and he was even fed well. And so, with renewed motivation, he continued his training for 8 years. One day, he would be a movie star. But before he could possibly become an actor, he would first be a stuntman, like here in Fist of Fury. And he began his stunt career at the age of 17.
And that time, I would never think. I'll ask myself, am I be a Bruce Lee one day? No, Bruce Lee is just too big. He's a legend, just too big. I'm not handsome. Nobody just look at me.
You're very handsome.
Jackie Chan may not have had the looks of a movie star, but thanks to his years of training, he was an accomplished acrobat. And at the start of the 70s, the booming Hong Kong film industry was churning out kung fu movies one after another.
At the moment, almost films are made to the same tried and tested formula. It's violence, violence, all the way.
The stars work on several films at the same time, working on as many as 40 films at once. When we asked him about the plot of this film, he confessed he didn't know. He loses track of plots when he's working on 3 or 4 different films during the course of one day. Supporting actors and actresses get only a small percentage of the star's fee, and extras, without a speaking part, can take home as little as $5 for a day's shooting.
At that time, I was like a cheap stuntman, who put a knife in front of the camera, put the blood in my mouth. Only thing, I don't breathe, that's all. Cheap stuff. But at that time, I learned why the camera angle like this, why do this, why do that. I just learning.
Then, very quick, I'm becoming a high-class stuntman.
This is how, after just a few months in the business, Jackie found himself rubbing shoulders with the genre's superstar.
My last name is Lee, Bruce Lee. I was born in San Francisco in 1940. I'm 24 right now.
With a handful of films under his belt, the American became a legend. A household name who enabled Hong Kong fight films to break out of Asia and reach a global audience. Even though Bruce Lee took up all the space, this did not stop Jackie from secretly hoping that he too would emerge from the shadows.
You always wanted to be the lead, but you were being a stuntman, or
I always want to be a lead.
You did?
Yes.
The sudden death of Bruce Lee in July 1973 left a huge void and thrust Jackie Chan into the limelight. Following the death of its driving force, the Hong Kong film industry had one goal in mind, and that was to find a successor. Dozens of more or less convincing lookalikes were hired to ape the hero in numerous movies, unintentionally giving rise to a movement later dubbed Bruceploitation. But as none of these sub-Bruce Lees had what it took to replace the idol, Jackie got his chance at last.
And the old day, all the action stars don't know how to fight. They just handsome, tall guy. That's all. And I do the double, and also sometimes I teach the actor how to act. Before you die, you try to get up to fight again.
You might as well be the actor.
Yeah, right. He don't know how to fight. He don't know how to act, but he's just handsome. Then somehow the
Right.
producer look at me. He called me on the side. Jackie, you can be a star. I said, no, look at my face. No, really.
This producer, who was also a director, was Lo Wei, a veteran of kung fu movies who had made 2 features with Bruce Lee. He offered Jackie Chan a mediocre 2-year contract, $350 a year and $350 per film. But at 22, the stuntman-cum-actor finally got his first top billing in a movie. And not any old movie either, but the sequel of the legendary Fist of Fury.
我是个不赞成学武的人，但是从今天起，我要学武，我要把身体强健起来。
I don't want to learn from Bruce Lee, but the director forced me to learn from Bruce Lee. You have to do this kind of style. Boom, 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 all same. All the action same, style, same face, same looking. I was like 19 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not Bruce Lee.
我当然走了，我还等你留我吃饭呢。
This first movie starring Jackie Chan bombed big time at the box office. But it triggered a eureka moment.
Then somehow I talked to my bigger brother, Yang Woping, the director. I said, we have to do something. Otherwise, none of this Bruce Lee success. Okay, let's do totally different than Bruce Lee. Oh, Jackie, just be yourself. You just be yourself. I said, okay.
His brilliant idea, which he implemented in his very next movie, was to create a character who was the exact opposite of the American Idol. A goofy, clumsy, and very endearing anti-hero. This childlike figure enabled Jackie to give full rein to his imagination and inventiveness, especially in tough kung fu training sequences, evidently inspired by those he had endured in his youth.
I don't like one punch, boom, the blood comes out, the audience, ew. No, I don't like this kind. Even I punch somebody, hurt. Let the audience, when you do a lot of things, dang, 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 but the end, you must let the audience happy.
His innovation was a real breath of fresh air. and the light-hearted tone of the movie immediately appealed to a very wide audience in Asia. With his unique comic kung fu style, Jackie Chan seemed to have hit upon the perfect formula, and he took self-deprecation to new depths in his next movie, Drunken Master. It was a massive hit.
Were you always a funny guy? Like you always entertaining people as a kid and being a bit of a comic?
Yes. I like to make fun of people. I like to make children smile. My personality is happy-go-lucky. In the movie, what you see is real Jackie Chan, almost 50%.
老虎唔發威，你當我病貓係嘛？得我俾啲公字伏虎拳你攤下啦！
In this movie, his character behaves like a clown, a slightly exaggerated stereotype never before used in this traditionally serious genre.
師傅，攞緊啊！咩酒嚟㗎？三邊酒，好酒。
And to retain this slapstick element, even in fight scenes, Jackie invented drunken boxing, a roundabout tribute to a popular character in Chinese theater.
It's more difficult than Bruce Lee fighting. Everything is about rhythm. It's like a ballet dancing. It's just not like a boom, boom, cut, boom. We're doing like a 20 fighting.
Thanks to this new hero archetype, who made the huge Asian audience roar with laughter, Jackie Chan became the new idol of Hong Kong cinema almost overnight. Then Raymond Chow, the boss of Golden Harvest, offered him a life-changing deal. It was beyond his wildest dreams. He would earn $4 million per film instead of the current $350, plus a share of box office takings, which was unheard of in Hong Kong at the time.
This face may not be familiar to most American moviegoers, but Chan is recognized here because this is Los Angeles Chinatown.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jackie.
Raymond Chow's first idea was to send his new star to woo the Americans and have his kung fu clown character take on the mafia in 1930s Chicago.
This place is my father's. You hurt him.
Yeah, well, he's okay. Maybe just a little bit smarter.
But although Jackie practiced running like Rocky Balboa, it was far from easy in the early 80s for a Chinese man to gain recognition in the land of Coca-Cola.
It's a bit quite difficult for me at that time because the actor, he's a 300-pound guy. The scene was 3 punch, 1 kick, boom, 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 1 kick. I finished 3 punch, 1 kick. He just finished 1 reaction. Boom. Then the stunt coordinator had to say, Jackie, you have to punch like boom, boom, boom. That makes my punch slow. So I failed. I make the movie and wrong script, wrong, everything is wrong.
Before 6 months ago, I cannot speak English. Now every day school, 7 hours a day.
I was born American, ABC, American point Chinese. My English, how can I become an American? Speak no English.
But you were telling me a moment ago you learned your English from something else.
Commercial, commercial make me feel happy. Like time for me, whoa, whoa. And America moving 7 up. Did you taste the light beer? Light beer.
That's why I back to Asia, make Asian film.
Jackie Chan's failure to break into the American market was a huge setback. But fortunately, the Asian cinema's new hero did not return from the States empty-handed. He met Lee Feng-jia, a pretty Taiwanese actress who would later become his wife and the mother of his son, JC. And that isn't all. He also fell in love with silent American movies, which he discovered on TV.
I look at some other Chaplin film, Buster Keaton, because the rhythm and the comedy, I think that those kind of movie I want to make. So I slowly just follow their step to do the body language.
With Dragon Lord and Project A, the first two hits he directed himself, he immediately got his own back by revealing an inventiveness and a sense of timing equaling that of the world's best filmmakers.
I want to prove I'm not only the action star, I want to prove I'm the good director. So this is why when I decide that the camera movement is terrifying. We don't have money, not like American film. I have to do a lot of big work. We don't have a steady cam, we don't have a techno crane, and that time, what can we use? We use a wheelchair with a ladder together to make the camera movement. And 2 days for one shot.
But what most impressed Asian audiences about this new style were the incredible stunts with which Jackie Chan livened up his comic cinema.
It hurt. More I want to stunt. That's Jackie's. Yes, I can do it.
Jackie Chan.
A daredevil clown, Jackie Chan often ended up in the hospital. But he quickly realized that his dicing with death and danger would enable him to form an even closer bond with his fans. And so, movie after movie, he garnered a cult following by offering his millions of fans a glimpse of his most spectacular falls in the closing credits. Both touching and crazy, these sacrificial sequences earned Jackie the nickname of the man with 1,000 fractures.
Okay, do you believe in God?
No, I believe myself. I do everything myself. From now on, I from nothing in my hand. I just work every day morning. I keep working. I got a lot of money. It's from my hand.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Merci, mogul.
For about 6 weeks every year, theaters all over Hong Kong show the latest Jackie Chan movie to thousands of eager fans. Chan's famed action-adventure comedies are unique.
Hero of a juvenile yet funny and impressive cinema, Jackie Chan soon had his face plastered on the walls of teenagers' bedrooms. Never mind if some found his view of the world a little too black and white or moralistic. He was a positive role model for a whole generation of Asians.
I make a movie, no violence, no sex. No, that's what I want, because so many children watch my movie. Nobody smoke in my movie. Nobody tattoos. Because I believe becoming an actor, I have the responsibility to the society, that's all. Okay, in my movie, very simple. I'm the good guy, he's the bad guy always go to jail.
The release in 1985 of the first installment in the Police Story series gave the star yet another dimension. This realistic crime-action movie, which sees Jackie fighting drug trafficking and corruption in contemporary Hong Kong, and for which he discovered Maggie Cheung, was such a hit in Asia that it got a worldwide release. At the time when Hong Kong crime action movies were not yet shown abroad, Jackie Chan became for a certain Western audience the modern face of action movies. And 10 years after the death of Bruce Lee, he sparked the curiosity of the entire industry.
Hollywood may be the movie capital of the world, but India actually produces more films. And number 3 on the list is a surprise. It's Hong Kong.
Almost every actor and actress knows some kung fu. It's sort of like Hollywood in the old days, when performers were expected to sing and dance.
The American and European audiences in the grip of Jackie mania were mainly young men brought up on a diet of fight films watched on VHS. Before Japanese manga even arrived in the West, they were the pioneers of an Asian counterculture that revolutionized the pace of commercial cinema in the mid-'80s. The genre's great icons, Stallone, Van Damme, and Bruce Willis, quickly realized that to compete with Jackie Chan, they would have to change their approach. And so, from the tough guy movies of the 80s and 90s to the superhero and James Bond films of today, everyone has tried to replicate the explosive energy of the Jackie Chan style. This global recognition was still not enough to satisfy Hong Kong cinema's versatile golden boy. Jackie Chan, who already sang the theme songs of his films, then decided to conquer another domain in Asia. Releasing multiple albums and hit songs, he became a pop star and every young girl's idol. Like a spoiled brat, at 30-something, he even saw himself living the rock star life. At complete odds with his positive, sexless cinema, he spent some $8 million a year partying. He neglected his wife and hardly ever saw his son. But it was in 1990 that the actor cemented his status as a true pop culture icon with the release of a first video game featuring himself, Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. Thanks to this new medium, which essentially turned him into a product, Jackie Chan and his character became one. And you only have to compare it with the video games featuring other great action heroes of the time. Stallone is Rambo. Schwarzenegger is the Terminator. Jackie Chan is Jackie Chan.
It's awesome. The action's so hot, it'll make your fingers burn. Look for it today, Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu.
Now a successful brand on a continent of several billion consumers, the Jackie Chan product was coveted in the 90s by Hollywood, who saw the star as the ideal way to break into China's huge market. And the timing was perfect. Jackie longed to make a triumphant comeback in the land of Uncle Sam. And for this return, Jackie put his money on a project a young filmmaker offered him.
Right, and then you start doing it really. I want to do a movie with Jackie Chan. You don't understand. I'm the biggest fan of his. And I met with him and I said, Jackie, you don't understand. Oh, I got to make this movie with you. And I think what it was that Rush Hour was a real movie with a beginning, a middle, and end, with characters, with a great storyline. And you know, he said, Brett, Hong Kong directors don't understand story. They understand action. You understand story. You do story, I do action, okay? What do you want me to do?
For this buddy movie, Jackie teamed up with Chris Tucker, the biggest stand-up star of the time.
Go!
This unlikely pair, Hong Kong's top cop and a loudmouth LAPD detective, was a huge hit, even if it wasn't all plain sailing on set for our Asian hero.
So tell me something about saying.
Who's saying?
Saying.
Why you ask some dialogue? Why you ask something I don't know?
On the set, he never followed his English. He never followed the rule.
You really like to talk, huh?
Yeah, I like to talk. I like to kick people's ass, too.
Every day drives me crazy.
Slow motion.
Yeah.
Go. When I see the gun, I try to grab the gun. This guy kicked me. Boom. Then he turned around. He tried to grab the gun. He tried to grab the gun. Boom. He falls. I pick up the gun. Boom. To the window. You remember this one? Yeah. Or you don't like it?
Good. But is this your gun? It has to be your gun.
I don't care.
Yes, yes.
Then coming up, pick twist. Coming up, one kick, turning kick.
Yeah.
Boom.
Right now, almost the whole Hollywood, the fight action scene, is like Jackie Chan action. Without violent things. They like boom, 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 boom.
Number one at the box office. This is a big surprise.
Isn't it unbelievable? He's obviously a huge hit here now.
Rush Hour grossed more than $250 million worldwide.
He'll join John Travolta and Harrison Ford, raking in $20 million per movie.
Thanks to Rush Hour, which spawned sequels, Jackie Chan became the first Asian star to make it big in Hollywood. But that's not all. The success of his funny and likable character on the mainstream movie market radically changed the image of Asian actors, who for decades had been pigeonholed into stereotypical roles, playing sidekicks and foils. Jackie paved the way for an influx of actors with different profiles into the U.S. studios. At the dawn of the new millennium, he even managed to land a second hit film series in the Hollywood machine.
Royal Bannon.
My name's John Wen.
John Wayne?
John Wen.
That's a terrible cowboy name.
Time ago, I always want to shoot something about Chinese culture mixed with Western culture together.
This Wild West story, obviously aimed at kids, even enabled him, such sweet revenge, to teach the Americans a thing or two about action movies. And to prove that he was the heir of Hollywood's great comic actors.
In America, they don't have an action movie anymore. They have a special effect action movie.
So I want to do something different. You cannot jump from the helicopter. You cannot jump from the airplane. I'd rather do the simple things, but difficult.
You have two groups of fans, you were telling me a second ago. The ones who like
the old movies, like this kind of Guncan style and Snake style. One is like the American style, American jokes, and normal action fighting scene. Yeah.
And the two groups don't usually come together, do they?
Some like American humor, but they don't like the action. But in the Asian way, they don't understand American humor, but they like my old way. So every year I have to make one movie for American market, one for Asian market.
Thrilled to build his legend in two different worlds, and with over 100 movies to his name, the Hong Kong star whipped out his diary and signed up for project after project all over the globe.
I just come back from Dublin. Tomorrow I'm going to Toronto. After that, I will go to Bangkok, London, Vegas. I have a Space Jam, Jackie Chan Space Jam. I have the script with Benini together. That's my schedule. Probably after that, we can talk about later. You give me the you give me the name card, and then we think about the script. Okay?
An insatiable star, Jackie Chan is forever finding ways to become increasingly ubiquitous.
Oh, yeah.
For children, with a super cartoon aired around the world, and for parents, by appearing in many commercials, endorsing everything from air conditioning to detergent and garbage bags.
Like me.
It's Kung Fu legend Jackie Chan.
And he regularly clowns around on popular TV shows for the whole family.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Good.
Oh, lovely to have you with us.
Thank you.
And I love your shirt with JC on it.
Jackie Chan.
Very snazzy, very snazzy. Now, been a friend with him.
I've got Bones the skeleton who's come in. Me and the guys in the office have been trying to work out exactly how many times you've been injured. All the red tape represents injuries, or your major injuries.
That one's wrong.
Here we go, let's...
Yeah. That's here.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and...
That's a scalp.
So they've got the neck here.
But this golden image Jackie Chan consolidates by all possible means has nevertheless become a source of ambiguity over time. With the handover of Hong Kong to China in 1997, the child of an independent film industry in effect became a 100% Chinese star.
Jackie Chan's more immediate preoccupation after waking up this morning to find himself living under China's wing is to see how the new era will affect his industry and his movies. Jackie Chan joins me now. Jackie Chan, I assume you didn't feel any different today.
Yeah.
Do you expect business as usual in the film industry?
For me, there's nothing changed. But I think for some other people, yes. Some people I know, they already immigrated to some other country already, Australia, America, they're gone already. Some other people, they still here, I believe they have to be a change. I think they already automatically changed the script, something make fun of the Chinese government, they are automatically changed.
So to survive and flourish in the Hong Kong film industry, you're going to have to be somewhat pragmatic in your approach.
Yes, but for myself, there's nothing changed.
So there's never been anything particularly political that China might object to in your movies?
Yeah, there's nothing changed for me.
And yet, as the Mr. Nice Guy cultural ambassador of the Chinese people, he was frequently asked to take part in the country's communication campaigns and big celebrations. The biggest celebration of all being the controversial 2008 Olympics. Singing the official Olympic song, bearing the torch, he even competed for a gold medal in a new discipline, stonewalling.
Would you be free to criticize your country?
Would
it be okay with you if you saw something wrong that your country did? Would you feel okay?
I'm this kind of person. I'm loyal to my country, no matter who's the president. I'm always loyal to my country. If you think about that, if I'm American, everybody against Bush, the country clap. Mm-hmm. If I'm American, I support Bush, no matter what he do. I'm this kind of person. Today, Obama becoming a president, I support him. I just ordinary people. I'm not talking about politics. Who should I free? Who I don't know. That's a history problem.
All right. You know, Jackie, I think you're going to solve all the world's problems with smiles and love.
Thank you.
The global icon, who does not want to make waves, is often invited to party meetings. He frequently performs for dubious foreign leaders invited by the regime. And recently, he did not hesitate to make enemies of part of his Hong Kong fan base by voicing his support for the authorities when they cracked down on the pro-democracy movement.
香港最近发生的一些事情，真的是让很多人痛心跟忧心。我第一时间转发了，要表达作为一个香港人、一个中国人最基本爱国之情。
A genuine patriot or not, Jackie Chan is well aware that any artist who criticizes the regime will be punished and might be rapidly pushed out of the spotlight as well.
You have to remember, China is the biggest market right now. If your movie released in China, you get a lot of import money back.
And this is particularly true of him. Over the years, Jackie has become the captain of a vast commercial empire. Production companies, movie theaters, restaurants, cafes, gyms, candy, and clothes. He can hardly turn his back on 1.5 billion consumers.
I was 20 years old. I'm ready like a millionaire. I'm ready to have everything. But sometimes I sit down. Diamond watch? No. Car? Enough. Women? A lot of trouble. You're helping people. You see the children smiling. Wow. It makes you comfortable. And suddenly, doing a charity teach me becoming a good person.
A mass of contradictions, and ever the tightrope walker, Jackie Chan is keen to reassure us about his true nature. In the past few years, through his foundation, he has become a globally known philanthropist. Totally selfless, obviously. Whatever people may think of him, cinema's double agent knows he can count on the unwavering support of Hollywood, which is far more interested in big bucks than mere human rights abuses. In 2008, the US movie industry, via the DreamWorks studio, paid him an unlikely and very self-interested tribute by drawing inspiration from him and his comic Kung Fu for its new international hero, a panda.
Oh, great, because I'm hungry.
Good. When you have been trained, you may eat.
Jackie contributed to this global hit by lending his voice to one of Kung Fu Panda's buddies. But were those heroes who aped his character enough to quench his thirst for love and recognition? Of course not. Aware of having played the same role his entire life, Jackie Chan had been saying for some time that the most important thing was missing.
I want to let the audience know Jackie is an actor who can fight. It's not a fighter who can act. For the future, I don't like people to see, hi, Jackie Chan, move a hand. I want to see, hi, Jackie, you're a great actor. That's what I want in the future. Yeah,
I'm looking for some slow motion on the beach, you know, kissing like Julie Foster or Sharon Stone.
This shift toward meatier roles began in the early 2010s. And the movie that launched this new chapter in his career was The Karate Kid, the remake of the 80s classic. In this blockbuster masterminded by Will Smith, Jackie isn't the pupil who has to learn how to defend himself. He plays a damaged man of a kung fu master who passes on his knowledge and philosophy in a very personal way.
When he do all the action sequence, I don't have to do anything. I think most tough scene for me is the English. You know, I have to remember all the S, yes, that's difficult, you know. Fight anymore, I want to be a Robert De Niro, I want to be a Clint Eastwood. They will continue. They are not action stars, they are true actors, but they can fight. They can pretend fight or they can real fight, it doesn't matter. As an actor, you can act forever, 80, 90, as long as you still can walking.
Recognized as a more serious actor, Jackie Chan won the right to be something more than a funny clown in the future. And this unhoped-for recognition caused many to take a fresh look at his contribution to the world of cinema, which decided to award him an honorary Oscar for his extraordinary achievements in film.
After 56 years, I break so many bones. Finally, this is mine. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you.
A confused symbol of a now globalized movie industry, Jackie Chan has etched his name in the annals of film history. But for his fans, he will always be the versatile pioneer of a highly entertaining cinema who reinvented the action picture by adding all